Okay, so we're going to talk now about how to compare fractions with decimals. So we just talked about comparing decimal with decimal. So what the first thing we need to do is change this fraction into a decimal. How you do that is you're going to look at your denominator first, and you're going to figure out how many place value spots do you need after the decimal. Because you have 100 as your denominator, you're going to need 2 place value spots after your decimal. Okay? Well, now we have to figure out what numbers go in those positions, and the numbers that are going to go in that position is going to be whatever is in your numerator. So we have 68 in our numerator, so that means our decimal will be decimal 68, which is 68 hundredths, and that's how you would say that as the fraction as well. So now that we've turned the fraction into a decimal, we are going to compare this decimal with the other decimal. So we're going to take we're going to go from our left side. Our decimal is in the same position. And then we're just going to start going to the right to compare our place value digits. So on the left we have 6 and on the right we have 7. So those numbers are different. So those are the numbers that we're actually going to be comparing to figure out which one is bigger than the other. 7 is bigger than 6, so we're going to write that less than symbol because 68 hundredths is less than 72 hundredths. For the next example, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. So we have 9/10. If we go back to what we talked about up here is figuring out how many place value spots is going to be after the decimal. We have 10 on our denominator, in our denominator, so that means there's going to be 1 place value spot after the decimal. The number that goes in that spot is going to be the number that is in your numerator. So now we have 9/10 as a decimal, and we're going to be comparing that with 9/10 over here. We're going to go from the left to the right. We have our decimal in the same position, and then we have a 9. Both are 9s. We have no other numbers to compare them to, so that means that 9/10 is equal to 9/10.